Okay. Did anyone about a year ago hear in the news about these people or company that had found these huge gold boulders? Did anyone hear about that like a year ago? Anyone? Can you read the papers?
What?
They found like the largest gold boulders ever found. 2 of them in Australia. It was about a year ago.
Never heard of it.
Well, it happened last August. And as some of you know, I've talked about gold. I invest in gold. I've invested in gold stocks. And when I first heard this, I was like, is it real or not? Biggest gold boulders ever found. I know how hard it is to find even an ounce of gold. But then, as I told you, I invest in companies like this. I started thinking, well, what if it's true? Maybe I should look into it. So I looked into it, and it turned out it was actually a publicly traded company from Australia called RNC Minerals, and they had actually found 2 of the largest gold boulders ever found. They found a total of 25,000 ounces of gold, about 500 feet underground in their mine called the Beta Hunt Gold Mine. So the thing about this company is they had bought this mine as a nickel mine a few years back, but they liked the prospects for gold mining because there had been a lot of drill intercepts with good gold mining aspects. So when they found this 25,000 ounces of gold, they were on the verge of going bankrupt. And basically this was like a penny stock. In mining industry, there's lots of penny stocks that never make it. The thing about gold mining is it's one of the hardest businesses to do because no one really knows what's underground. It's kind of a lot of guesswork, and most of these companies go out of business. And like I said, this company was on the verge of going bankrupt. It was a penny stock. But when they found this 25,000 ounces, they immediately paid off all their debt, $30 million, and the stock went up 10 times. And when I had found out about the stock, it had already gone up 10 times and dropped back down because it has to be sustainable. A lot of people were like, well, is it just one 25,000 ounce pocket? Is there more? Because although that's a lot of gold, generally for a company like that, you want to mine maybe 100,000 ounces a year, make a lot of profits, and everything would work out fine. But for me, the more I thought about it, it was just like an intuitive thing. I mean, most companies, just to find like 2 or 3 grams per ton for a gold mining company, or 5 grams per ton, is a good way to mine. But they had found 25,000 ounces. I think it came out to like, 500,000 grams per ton. It was just in like I said, the size of a living room. So in a few tons of rock, 25,000 ounces of gold. But still, a lot of people were skeptical, especially big mining companies. They're like, well, you found that, maybe that's all that's there. But I was thinking, is that really possible? I mean, if gold forms in the earth like that, Ken, you're not a geologist, you're an engineer, but think about it. What are the odds of gold just forming 25,000 ounces in one area and not being other gold around? So as I said, they paid off their debt. They started a 40,000 meter drilling campaign, this and that, because what gold mining companies generally do is they'll do a drilling campaign, and what it does, it tests the earth to see how much gold or whatever mineral they're looking for. They'll drill like 1,000 feet, and then they test the samples, the drill samples, and it tells you it's got like 2 grams per gold or this or that. And so they did a drilling campaign, and they had very good results. And the stock has just kind of leveled off. It was, like I said, it was a penny stock. Before the hit, it was like 7 or 10 cents a share. It went up to $1, and now it's been around 50 cents. And I first started buying shares like at the beginning of the year after they had this find in August, and I kept accumulating shares. But the point about all of this is, the fact is there's still a lot of potential with this company, because a lot of the things, as I said, I've invested in gold mining stocks before, and gold or any kind of mining is super risky, and one of the most risky things is the country that you do your mining in. Like there's a lot of mining companies in South America or Africa where all of a sudden the government can say, the royalty structure is different, or they say your permits are no good or this or that, and it's very difficult. But this is in Australia where it's very easy to mine, and not only that, I just mentioned permits. A lot of times for a beginning miner, they're usually called junior miners, they're just starting. It might take 10 years to actually get the permits, regulations just to build a gold mine, but they already have this in place because it was a nickel mine. And they already have a ramp system and all this other mining business already taken care of. So the mine is pretty much ready to go. They've drilled all the different areas to test the gold in the mine. So all they pretty much have to do is bring it up to the ground. So it's all very easy, and they've already started doing this. So in my opinion, it could be something to look into. But one of the things with gold, I know a lot of people, they don't really believe in gold, or they think, especially with Sophia, you talk about like a lot of technology and stuff like that, that they would never have an interest in gold. But I think in this case, it's like a special situation. And the thing with this company also is, like I said, it was a penny stock, so there's a lot of people, even in the investment community, they would never invest like something like this because it was a penny stock, and all of a sudden, now they're becoming more like a junior miner. So it's scared off a lot of professional people, which still creates opportunity because generally you want to buy something before it's gone up. So anyway, although I say investment opportunity of a lifetime, it was really just to catch your attention. The symbol is RNKLF. It's actually a Toronto gold miner, but it also trades on the over-the-counter stock, which is in the American, in the U.S. trades under RNKLF. In Toronto, it would be RNX. So it's something to consider. I wouldn't put my life savings, but if you want to put a small amount of money over the next year or two, I think it has a lot of possibilities. Also, the market cap, how they measure a company generally is by market cap. This company is a market cap of $250 million. And basically, if everything pretty much comes to fruition, you're on track to mine 80,000 ounces or so a year, and usually a market cap would be closer to $1 billion. So supposedly, there's still a lot of upside in this stock. And I will leave it at that. Thank you.